Hello, Dazzle! Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I'm glad that you're here. Today, I am revisiting the game Little Nightmares. Spoil alert! If you have not yet played this game and plan to, you might want to save this video for later because there are definitely spoilers in it. Alright, so there are more suggestions and gestures of a plot rather than an actual story being drawn in this game. It seems that we are trying to escape the place that we have woken up to find ourselves in, and given what we're shown in the kitchens, it's reasonable to assume that the reason for escape is to avoid becoming dinner. This paints the vague outline of a story about a child who is trying to escape being eaten by these strange adult monsters. But I don't think that's what this story is really about. Rather, I feel this game is about the making of monsters. In the beginning, Six may have been a normal child, but she was clearly something very powerful by the end of it when she was wielding the shadows with deadly force after having devoured the Dark Lady. At the beginning of the game, Six dreams of the Dark Lady. This suggests that there is a connection between them. Perhaps Six moving throughout the ship is not her trying to escape, but rather her seeking out the lady. It is a long established trope that in order for a generation of dark creatures to rise into the world, it must first destroy the existing horror. In which case, it is possible that Six was summoned to kill the Dark Lady in the same fashion that geese are compelled to fly south for the winter. While we never see Six's face or full appearance, we can see that she has a similar build to the Dark Lady. She also has the same white skin that the Dark Lady has. Both of these suggest that they actually look the same. Add to that the painting that you find in the Dark Lady's bedroom. In the corner, there is a painting of a girl that's wearing a yellow jacket, rather like what Six is wearing. This further suggests that there's a connection between Six and the Dark Lady. It also suggests that the Dark Lady is fully aware of who Six is and what she looks like. Given that the character is called Six, there is a small suggestion here that there are others like her. To be precise, it suggests that there are at least 5 others like her. Given that there are pictures in the eating area and living quarters of the Dark Lady, a group of women like herself, it's reasonable to believe that these women come into each generation in groups. This offers a subtle suggestion as to why they might be eating the children. Perhaps this is a means to rid herself of future competition in the manner that she has rid herself of her peers. Being hungry for power allows monsters to do some pretty terrible things. Another interesting bit in all of this is that throughout the game, there are dolls that look like the Dark Lady. When you find them, you pick them up and you smash them. There is an achievement for breaking all of them. And this suggests that Six is rather compelled to destroy the Dark Lady. So much so that she even destroys images of her when she finds them. This is another suggestion that she isn't looking for an escape, but rather looking for the Dark Lady herself. Otherwise, what's the purpose in destroying all of these dolls? As you progress through the game, you are introduced to the theme of hunger. It begins with seeing Six crippling up in pain while her breathing changes and then being given a loaf of bread by another child. Eating this relieves her suffering, and she's able to move on. When the hunger comes a second time, we see her eating a lump of meat left as bait in a trap. Upon the third strike of hunger, we see her eating a living rat to satisfy herself. Up to this point, it is possible to believe that this is just her consuming what is available to her. But then we see a little gnome offering her a sausage. And instead of taking the meat, she consumes the gnome. And in the end, she devours the Dark Lady herself. And seems to gain her power from doing so. The changes in her breathing and the way the hunger cripples her suggest that there is more going on than normal hunger. There's also a heart beating sound, a change in the music, and a closing in of the shadows. All of this becomes more pronounced with each feeding, which suggests that she's getting stronger and getting more than just food when she's feeding. All leading up to that final moment when she takes on the powers and appears to become a Dark Lady herself. The theme of hunger is a strong element in the game. We're shown diners that are ravenously consuming everything that has been presented to them. And they even hungrily chase after Six in an effort to eat her as well. Yet they're not indiscriminate eaters. They presumably haven't chased and eaten those who've been serving them their food, or they wouldn't have been able to receive so much of it. Nor did they make any attempt to chase or eat the Dark Lady as she watched them arriving upon the ship. They also do not seem interested in the gnomes. So, What is special about Six that makes them want to consume her? Perhaps it's just their way of protecting the Dark Lady. There's also a general suggestion that the Dark Lady was once part of a group. There are pictures in the dining hall and living area of a group of Dark Ladies standing together. There are also numerous dolls about the world. There's even one location where we find what looks like a shrine to the Dark Lady, which includes several of these dolls with only one remaining intact. The lack of the other ladies now suggests that the remaining Dark Lady is one who hungers for power and has somehow destroyed the others to obtain it. As we move through the game, we do encounter other children, and we're never shown any of them experiencing bouts of hunger that Six experiences. There is even a child that is willing to give Six their bread without even being prompted or requested to do so. This strongly suggests that whatever is happening with Six is something that she is uniquely experiencing rather than something shared by the other children. All of this together presents a world that is ravenous. Each of the characters presented to us is experiencing different kinds of hunger. Since there's so much effort put into demonstrating this hunger, it is difficult not to give it a good amount of story weight. Since it is clear that Six is having a special kind of hunger and she's on some kind of journey, it is easy to conclude that we are in a transformation plot. Since she appears to become a Dark Lady at the end of the game, I'd call this a monster awakening plot. There you have it! That's why I believe that the game Little Nightmares isn't actually about a little girl escaping a ship to avoid being eaten, but rather is a story about how monsters are made. Thanks for coming and spending some time with me. If you liked the video, click on that like button. It really does help. And until we talk again, you guys, be sure to take care of yourselves. Bye!